Welcome to the Real Retirees of New Jersey, powered by Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors.
Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement. Let me repeat that. Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement.
Randy and Peggy Fisher want to help you retire once and retire right.
I say it every time we play that open. Income is the outcome that matters the most. Randy, I stole that from you years ago, the first time you said it, and I use that as my own all the time.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, pirate it.
Yep.
You are a very smart man. I don't care what Peggy says about you behind your back. You are a smart man. You can meet the team at therealretireesofnewjersey.com. All right, so I need your trip advisor because this Southern boy is bringing his Southern charm up to Atlantic City this week. And
bring bail money.
Are you serious?
What?
No.
Make sure you write down your wife's phone number on your hand when they take your phone.
Hey, I'm 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, just call us. We're going to be right there for you. Don't you worry.
What can I? Because here's the backstory. So my oldest brother Matt is the first one, and I enjoy gambling. We've talked about it before. I'm not like a DraftKings or like a FanDuel gambler, but I love going to Vegas or Biloxi. I love throwing dice and playing blackjack. And big brother Matt is the first one that ever took me to Vegas. And about every 3 to 4 years, he'll be like, "All right, little brother, I got the itch. Let's go gamble." So I said, "All right, let's do it." He goes, "Let's go for my birthday." I said, "Where do you want to go? Vegas? Let's book a flight." He goes, "No." "All right, let's go to Biloxi." "No." "You want to go to Tunica? What's happening here?" He goes, "Nope." He goes, "Let's go to Atlantic City." I'm like, "Buddy, you want to go to Atlantic City in the winter?" He goes, "Let's make it happen." So sure enough, we booked the flight, and here we come. Never been before. Not going to lie, I'm pretty damn excited about this trip. But for you, what kind of advice could you give me to expect from this adventure, if you will?
Bring alcohol. bring hand sanitizer.
No, you're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. You go visit all the different casinos, and you'll walk around in the 10-degree weather.
Yeah, let's go to the beach when it's 30 degrees. All right, Matt.
Yeah,
it's like Barnum and Bailey's freak show.
I would have, if I were you, I would have fought Matt on this and said we're going to Vegas. But Monte Carlo, Rand, I like that. Now we're talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's my big brother. It's not taking some romantic trip. It's my brother.
It's not romantic, but yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Listen, you want to go to Monte Carlo? I'll sleep in the same bed as you.
I'll sleep in the same bed as all three if we're all going to Monte Carlo. I love that. I can't wait.
Shotgun, big spoon.
Now we're getting a little crazy.
And I'll give Matt credit. He said something, and I had the same reaction that you're giving me right now. He goes, "Mark, little brother, if we don't do this now, we'll never do it."
Yeah, so that's good. Do it.
Yeah, so it's like we've been talking about doing this for 10 years, so why the hell not? It's going to be cold. Listen, we may fall in love with it.
Listen, I hope you guys have a great time.
I hope you win a lot of money.
I feel like there's a however coming.
And I hope you have I hope you have a good meal. I hope you have a great meal, a few great meals, and I hope you
safe.
Enjoy.
Listen,
I hope
the show wouldn't still be open if it really sucked. So that's
a great point. That's a great point.
It's still it's got to function to some degree.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited to try something new, and to be honest, and this is going to sound cheesy, I'm excited about spending some time with my big brother.
I know. I think that's nice.
We don't see each other enough, and we're both. I kid you not. I'm putting this business out there. This is the guy. He's a park ranger. He runs a bunch of parks up in North Georgia, and this is the opportunity for him to leave his gun and his badge at the house. Now, the way you talk, maybe he should bring it with him.
He ain't the home. He's not leaving that home. He's got to bring it.
And for him to leave his work phone at the house, and it just becomes not, Park Ranger Matt. It becomes Big Brother Matt. And we will sit there and drink gut rot liquor and play 10-cent Keno and just laugh and have a good time.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And I'll go and run around and go play craps for an hour, or I'll go play blackjack for an hour, and then I'll run back to him. He's still on the same $20 at the same 10-cent Keno machine.
Bless him. Really?
Drinking Baileys and coffee, and he could not be more excited about it.
No,
Matt the park ranger drinking Baileys and coffee. I love that.
And that's his happy place.
He gets a week away from Yogi Bear.
That's it.
Yes.
I really thought you were going to say his family. I was going to say that's it too.
No.
So
have a good time.
All right, I'll report back. I'm excited. I'll be sending
Make sure
you
you make it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, we're 2.5 hours away, so give us a call if you need us.
Listen, not only do we need you, but the Braves need you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's I'm officially going back to the Braves this season. So pretty excited about that too.
Get to hear that beautiful voice. I love it.
I'm just loud. I'm just so loud. So But I'll definitely write your phone number down on a piece of paper and keep it in my wallet in case I lose my phone.
Put it on your hand. Put it on your palm, will you?
Put it underneath, between my sock and my shoes.
Put it on your palm.
Just in case. All right, let's get to it here. Let's have a good conversation about some of the big changes coming this year to both Social Security and Medicare. Great article from AARP. And Peggy, let's break some of this down, starting with COLA. What can we expect in changes to COLA?
So we have that's going to be resulting in a 2.8% COLA for 2026 for people receiving Social Security.
Don't spend it all
and supplemental security income payments. 2.8, everybody. Woo!
Hey, that and thing of saltine crackers, you're good to go.
Listen, that's up 2.5 from 2025.
Well, we joke about it, but it is an increase. So there was many years
so you didn't get anything.
No increase,
right? Exactly.
So we were living in a 0% inflationary window, which wasn't a bad thing to some degree, but it was, there's always a drawback, both sides, right? So you go broke safely because there's no interest that's being involved. You do need a little bit of inflation, but now people are actually, bitching and moaning about how prices increased. And they're all still waiting for them to go down, which it's not going to happen. That's the big fallacy.
Well, they're giving you about $56 extra a month. Hey, that can go.
$56?
Yeah, $56.
That's a tank of gas?
That's not much.
That's a tank of gas.
That's not much.
Yeah, 3/4 a tank of gas.
That'll last me about 4 minutes in the casino.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a good tank of gas, I would say, because gas now is like $2.69, right, Rand? I love I love when gas is this low.
lady.
Listen, what do we complain about? I mean, gas is $2.60 something cents, 69 cents. I love it.
Hey, we were talking.
The average Social Security payment's about $2,000 a month.
Right.
So I mean, they, went up $56.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
every little bit helps. We were talking in a previous episode about downloading apps and shopping apps. There is a Gas Buddy app. Have you seen this one? Where if you download the app and every time you go to the gas pump, you either give a review for that gas or something where you get money back or you get so much percentage off.
And credit cards do that too. Some credit cards.
Have you seen this app? I mean, it feels like BS.
No,
I just like too much work.
My app is my brain, which Randy knows too. I know
she
every
drives 50 miles to save 1 cent.
When I go to my chiropractor, who's like an hour from where we live, I say it to Randy every time he thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm going to go to the chiropractor and I'm going to get my gas. And he's like, what's it? You save 10 cents.
She'll pass 6 or 7 gas stations. I'm like, what are you doing?
I go, it's $2.69 down there.
We passed one more. I'm pushing.
And he's like, what are you saving, $1? Is there something about that gas? When I see that gas price go down, I love it. I just love it.
And there's a million articles that you can read about. It's not worth it. It's totally not worth it.
Well, they also said there's articles too about whether you get unleaded or if you get plus, which you always, Randy has to have that freaking.
Do you have to
super.
have? Do you have to have plus?
I heard there was nothing. I saw on 2020 one time.
She puts corn syrup in the gasoline tank. Hey, what isn't it running? I don't understand it.
That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. But they had like a thing on 2020 saying how there's no difference between like plus. They charge an additional 50 cents for super.
Dude, you'd be putting decaffeinated coffee in your tank if you could.
You're right, I would.
Coffee's more expensive than gas anyway.
It is.
That
Really,
is.
Starbucks costs more than that.
That is your super
You're the
leaded.
first one to moan when a thing don't run right. I don't understand it. This thing's a dog. I can't stand it. It ain't running right. What'd you put in it? Basic gasoline. No half of it's water.
That is such a lie, Randy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because I never complain about my beautiful car, my AMG going.
Let's get to the next topic.
Come on,
Let's go.
Sorry,
I love it. I want to go back to something you mentioned. I feel like I'm sitting at the dinner table. I want to go back to something you mentioned about COLA. Will we ever see big percentage increases? Are those days gone? It always feels like
them.
Why?
You don't want big percentage increases because that means that it's basically related to the cost of living inflationary window, right? So if inflation is running rampant in the United States, you're going to get larger increases in cost of living adjustments. Right. Over the last few years, when we went through that whole COVID BS garbage thing, inflation went through the roof for lots of other reasons, not just because of COVID, but because of government spending and everything else that went on. But the administration basically, touted their horn about how they actually gave people an increase in cost of living adjustments on Social Security. No crap, because the inflationary rate was 9%.
Right.
Did they get a 9% increase? No, they didn't get a 9% increase. I think the biggest increase they got was 5 point something or 4 point something percent.
Right.
But regardless, it still didn't keep up with the rate of inflation.
Right.
So you don't want giant inflationary increases. You want mediocre, like 2.8%, 2.6%, whatever it may be. That's moderate, right? So it's a moderate increase in your extra,
monthly,
couple dollars worth of cash.
Exactly.
The problem is 74% of Americans rely solely
on Social Security
for their sole form of income.
Right.
And that's a big problem, right? So when they get an extra $56 a month or whatever it is, or 60, 70, 600, 700,000, $600 or $700 a year, that's not a big difference, right? I mean, how many more Twinkies are you buying?
A lot.
Not many.
I like a lot of Twinkies.
For $700?
Yeah, no, not for $700.
So, it's not that big of a deal when you really come to think about it. I think it's more psychological than anything else.
Yeah, people just like to know they're getting $10. Woo, I got an extra. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's true, but think about this. I mean, you're $56 a month per person on average. What is that doing to the system when we can't even afford the system now?
It's bringing it down.
It's already down. It's defunct. It's a matter of, how do you revamp this thing for it to be working forever?
Right.
That's a different
that's
story.
another topic, Randy, another day.
It's not another topic. It's the same old topic. It's the problem is you can't get, blood from a stone.
Right.
And we keep actually, squeezing that stone as hard as we can, and somehow blood keeps coming out of it. Yep. So that's the issue right there.
All right, let's continue this conversation as we're talking about some of the changes coming in 2026 with Social Security and Medicare. What about Medicare premiums? What's going on this year to prepare for?
So we got the standard monthly premium for Medicare Part B. That's the one that covers your doctor's visits and outpatient treatments. That's increased almost 10% to $202.90, up from $185 in 2025. And then the Part B deductible.
What did it increase by?
It was $202.90, up from $185 in 2025.
So $18.
Yep, $18. And then the Part B deductible rose to $283 from $257 before services are covered.
So that's $30-something.
Yep, and then
what was the increase in Social Security?
There's your $56, right? Exactly. And then the Part A inpatient deductible is now $1,736, up from $1,676. So those all are new little numbers.
Beautiful,
for
but again, it comes
2026.
down to the system. The system literally is busted because there's not enough people paying into the system for the amount of money that's coming out of the system.
It's true.
And it's all built off of payroll deduction, right? So if there's not enough people working and having those payroll deductions going into the system, that's the problem with it. And the other problem is that the United States spends oodles and oodles and oodles and oodles of money that we don't have.
Right.
So all we do is we keep printing and we keep borrowing.
Print and borrow.
To make these things happen.
Yeah.
So, if you're on the system, good for you. And that's one of the magical questions that most people ask us is, hey, when should I start taking Social Security, right?
Yeah.
Well, fact of the matter is, it's different for every single solitary person.
Absolutely.
So any of these articles that you read that this is the most opportune, this is the most efficient, it's bullshit.
Well, it's just based on you, right?
You need
every
to base it on
edition,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Right? And your mortality is going to be different. Your other assets are going to be different. Your income requirements are going to be different. Your mobility is different. Just being ambulatory is a huge difference between should I or should I not take Social Security.
Yep.
Right? What can I get done for the next number of years during my life? Should I wait to take it and get an extra couple bucks in my paycheck where I'm going to be sitting in the corner? Or should I take it a little bit earlier where I can still walk around and do something and enjoy myself?
Right.
It's like an annuity. Not like an annuity.
It is an annuity. Absolutely.
So the sheer fact of the way it works is the longer you take the payment, the more money you're going to get out of the system.
Right, exactly.
Right? It eventually does come a break even. So there's a window of opportunity there to say, well, if I took it early or I took it late, how long do I have to live and take this before it actually makes sense?
Right.
So you can figure that out mathematically. But the fact is, if you take it early enough and mortality is on your side and you're going to take enough paychecks out of the system, you're going to work out in the end.
Exactly.
And with the cost of living adjustments of what we just said, you're starting to get those little incremental increases over time. So is it making up for the lost money that you would have gotten? Not totally, right? But you can't make up for time. That's one thing you're never going to get back ever. Whether it's a financial loss, no matter what it is we talk about it in the system or through financial services, you can never, ever, ever recuperate time.
Nope.
Never. It's one of the things you'll never get back. So, if time is the one thing that's the most precious, then use it to the best of its ability. taking Social Security early does have some other complications, though, right? So it actually has to do with an earnings limit.
Yeah.
People don't really talk about that a lot. It means this: if I take Social Security and I'm prior to my full retirement age, what else can I earn in order to not have Social Security penalized?
Right.
Right. And right now it's about $24,480,
and that's up
a
from
person.
That's up from $23,420.
Couple bucks. So
25.
now, can you maximize those capabilities? Yes, you can. So I'll give you an example. One of the things that the big beautiful bill just did is it gives you approximately, somewhere around $25,000 worth of tax-free tips.
Yep.
What if I went and worked at I don't know, I'm not telling you guys to do this, but go work at a diner.
Yeah, Waffle House.
Go do something that has tips involved.
Yep.
So you have extra cash.
And you're not being taxed on it.
Well, you're not being taxed on most.
Right.
So I don't think you're getting overtime and stuff like that. So that's another opportunity there. But with that said is you have that opportunity where you can maximize your earnings potential by taking advantage of the system is really what I'm getting at.
Right.
Right. So where people make mistakes is they get tired of working. They hit age 62. They hit the button and then they figure out that they can't make ends meet. And then they say, oh, crap, I got to go back to work.
Yeah.
They go back to work and now they're making more than that earning limit.
Right.
Now they're being penalized on the Social Security that they're also getting.
Yes.
So you don't want to make those mistakes. Make sure that you know the rules of the game or you know what your budget is, your cash flow, before you go and make something permanent.
Or make sure you have a good financial planner who can help you plan all these things.
I knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming?
Always comes back around to
It always comes back to it.
Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors. RealRetireesOfNewJersey.com. You can find that link and the phone number here in the show notes. You were talking a couple of seconds ago, Randy, about you can never get time back. You mentioned that, and I thought of this story that came up. I think this came from MoneyWise. There was a woman that wrote into an advice column, and she said that waiting until 70 to take Social Security was the worst decision of her life. As the story goes, she's getting $5,000 a month now, but would have gotten half that had she filed at 62. She said it looked great on paper, but the problem is that life isn't lived in monthly installments. And this is her quote: "I spent years telling myself I was being responsible by waiting. Yes, my check is larger now, but at what cost? The money I'm finally receiving can't buy back the health and energy I had in my 60s. Whew, that's kind of heavy, but there's a lot of truth behind that, Randy.
How about that? Look at that. I almost look smart.
But
Yeah, to see the look I just got.
And because just like you said, every individual is different. You know what I mean?
It's absolutely true.
And the thing that Randy always says too is, like, let's say you didn't take that money. I thought you were going to say she didn't take it, then she's sick, and then when you die, guess what you get?
Nothing.
Guess what your beneficiary gets?
$250.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you worked your whole life and you freaking didn't take the money.
That's the shocker. When we talk to people about
Yeah.
this, or we're in workshops and I bring up that Social Security has a death penalty, and I joke about it and I say, listen, it's not capital punishment, but the problem is this. If you've decided to put off taking Social Security and you die, all the money that you paid into that system,
it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Now, if you're a couple, the couple will receive the largest of the payments for either one of you that were receiving payments or weren't receiving payments. It makes no difference. Just whatever the larger payment was going to be, that's the one that you're going to be receiving. But the latter, the one that's passed away, the lesser of the payments is gone anyway.
Right.
So you're still losing in this scenario. And think about this. If I have a couple where, just make it arbitrary. Let's say one of them is getting $3,000 a month, the other one's getting $1,500 a month.
Yep.
One of them die.
Right.
$1,500 a month passes away. It's gone.
Right.
$18,000 a year
it's
just
gone.
removed from your cash flow. Now, I know someone just disappeared and you're going to use less of everything, but guess what? The TV, the electric, the cell phone, everything in the world, all that stuff stays the same,
amount,
basically, right?
Exactly.
So basic expenses really don't change much. So when you remove a chunk of cash flow from that system, it makes a big deal.
Yeah, big time. Yep.
God forbid it's someone who made a really bad decision where they had a pension on top of that and they actually chose the single life option.
And that goes
which
away
means
too.
that they have the maximum amount of benefit, but when they die, the payment stops.
Yeah.
We see that a lot.
Yes.
And we see that a lot with more of the older generation where they were really thick-headed about it, where they said, I don't care, I'm taking the larger payment because that's the way I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, they take the larger payment, and then what happens is when they pass away, their pension dies with them, and a Social Security payment gets taken away.
Crazy.
You talk about getting someone decimated.
Yeah.
Number one, someone just died, and now two, they basically have to start looking around for how they're going to make ends meet.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, terrible.
I think that's a good place to hit pause for this week's show as we're talking about some of the big changes coming in 2026 for Social Security and Medicare and how you can prepare. And we will continue this conversation next week here on the Real Retirees of New Jersey podcast.
If Mark comes back from this year.
That is if I don't get rolled on the boardwalk. It'll be a surprise to all of us. You can get more information, contact information, website link. You can find all that here in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for streaming. And thank you for telling a friend. For Peggy and Randy Fisher, Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors, this has been the Real Retirees of New Jersey.
We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Investment advisor services offered through Artemis Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Artemis Wealth Advisors is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Randolph A. Fisher, insurance license number 9616074, and Liberty Financial Group, LLC, and Peggy Fisher, national license number 189420003 and 5705833.